Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to the Directions Live online webinar series by Esri Malaysia. My name is Ami Faisal, and I'm your host for today's session. Introducing today's presenter is Look Ing Ping, our senior industry consultant with the enterprise consulting team of Esri Malaysia, who will be leading the webinar today. And without any further ado, I shall pass the presentation to Luke. Over to you, Luke.
Okay, thank you, Amir, for the introduction. So please allow me to continue with our topic today. The Geo-precision agriculture, or we call it GEO-PA, a tool for a smarter predictive farming. So today we'll discuss on the second part of the GEO-PA packages. That is the harvesting monitoring solution. Before we discuss about the solution, let me first go through the some background of the plantation industry in the agriculture plantation industry in Malaysia. So oil palm is a natural gift to Malaysia, and the Malaysia gift to the world. So in 2018, this golden crop actually contributing about 38 billion ringgit to the national GDP for Malaysia. So this contribute is actually far away, apart from others like the livestock, fishery, forestry and logging, rubber and other agriculture crop. So oil palm industry is actually very essential industry in the agriculture sector for Malaysia. So the increase of the world demand on the oil will also increase to the production of oil palm. And then the global population is actually increasing. By 2050, the global world oil demand will be reaching 307 million tons. So the demand on the production of sustainable vegetable oilseed is actually increasing, among which this oil palm is the most suitable candidate as it is the most efficient oilseed crop in the world. To produce 1 ton of palm oil, the land required for this cultivation is only 0.26 hectare. This equivalent to only 10% of the land utilization compared to other crop, for example, like the soybean, sunflower, and the rapeseed soil. So in the effort to derive the oil palm industry in this area for food security and security, advancement of technology could be offered for a sustainable alternative. However, in current today industry, the utilization of industry in oil palm is still limited and mostly is still operating at a very conservative way. The oil palm production in the world market, although it's actually look like a very at a very good production rate, but in the industry we all know that it is still not reaching its actual potential yet. So let me just go through the oil palm supply chain. As you can see from the chart here, the efficiency of crop production always start from the upstream raw material generation. For our example here is the oil palm breadfruit bunch, or we call it FFB. So the oil palm tree could potentially produce about 25 kilo of FFB per palm per month. This is about 1 hectare to produce about 3.4 tons oil, which is equivalent to 40 tons per hectare per year. So with the OER in mind for 20% average, the palm oil potentially produced will be 8.2 tons per hectare, which is the 2 times from what we have produced now. So you can see how big is the gap between the current production and the actual production. Although it comparatively to other oil type is actually at the high efficiency part and more sustainable. So we can actually produce more. So all the market leader, we are actually thinking how can we actually duplicate this production. Let's see from the production figure published by MPOB. So according to MPOB average FFB yield for the oil palm estate in Malaysia, there is still big gap in between the production in different stage. So you can see it can ranging from the about 1 ton to 1.5 ton, but generally it's still far away from the industry benchmark of 2 ton per hectare. So in 1919, the oil palm plantation was producing 17.19 ton of FFB per hectare per year. It is still big gap for improvement room to improve the potential yield for about 40 ton per hectare. The gap between the actual performance and attainable yield is actually still far away. So in 2020, we see the same trend. The production of various players in the oil palm industry is almost the same with 2019. Basically, it's actually all below 2 tons. There is no much improvement on the production efficiency. Of course, this has been driven by the challenges faced by the industry, such as the labor shortage, so adoption of technology. The field is actually not ready for mechanization and etc. Although the market leader in the industry, we all know that we are actually still can be further improved to double up the production. So everyone is actually cracking their head and find solution to actually rethink how they can actually reallocate the limited resources to optimize the production. So according to MPOB a paper published in 2018, they have put in a few strategy for oil palm industry to be growing in the next future. So the essential improvement area always ranging from number 1, the productivity as their first priority. Second, they they have strategy to grow on the sustainability. Third is the food and nutrition. Fourth is the biomass and bioenergy. Fifth is the oil chemical. And last but not least is adoption of the IoT technology. So under the productivity pillar, actually MPOB recommended that first the industry have to using the high performance material such as the MPOB genome validated seedling. So this will actually ensure the the material is actually will produce a high production. So the second strategy put in line is adoption of precision agriculture methodology. And then the third one is always keep the good agriculture practices in the field. And last but not least is automation of the operation processes using technology. So for today's discussion, I will further build down with the second strategy and the fourth on the precision agriculture and the automation of processes. So according to International Society of Precision Agriculture, under the fourth version of definition published in June 2018, precision agriculture clearly mentioned that there is important use of geospatial data, the data that collect through times and space to form the baseline information to support decision making at every managerial level for the effective use of resources, increase on productivity, increase on product quality, enhance the productivity and business sustainability. So the location information in agriculture plantation in time series is actually important element for your agriculture production on the precision agriculture adoption. In one of the market survey done by the Transfer Advisory Service, also in 2018, it's mentioned that 66% of the enterprise the French location intelligence is either very critical and very important element for an ongoing revenue growth strategy. So location intelligence is defined as the capacity to organize and understand the complex data through the use of geographical relationship. So location is crucial to your business. Every day your workforce is making a location-based decision. They want to know what is happening where. So location information must be accurate and consistent. And most importantly, the location information need to be accessible. So this has been further strengthened by the Gartner survey, the CEO survey done by Gartner in 2019. So look at the they have looked at the response from the CEO in 473 business leaders from 32 countries. All the leader rank business growth and regarding the growth revenue, increase of sale, expanded market share, and IT-related innovation as a top strategy for business priority in 2019 and 2020. Additionally, all the CEO has mentioning digital with their top 5 strategy business priority to ROS include for the 20% of all the survey. So today our world is actually rapidly going into a digital transformation era, especially during this COVID-19 outbreak. The pandemic has showcased the value of digital operating model. And then this is likely to force many companies to speed out their digital innovation and transformation. And we can see today, agriculture industry from government to private sector, from big plantation to smallholder, most of them are actually digitally transforming. So let's look back at the Malaysia palm oil industry. We have a huge land bank of approximately 5.9 million tons, 5.9 million hectares. There is about 18% of the land in Malaysia planted with oil palm. So if we drill down the precision agriculture to each hectare of the information, so in one day, one activity, it will easily generating 5.9 million data that flow from the field to the management. So if you're talking about the 5 major activity in oil palm plantation, the data that actually flowing back to the management level is actually enormous. So, and then the government also have decided and declared the policy to cap the oil palm development at 6.5 million hectare by 2023. This means that the available land for new oil palm cultivation is limited in the future. So the land is actually scarcity, and then the future expansion of the production is not by no more by expanding the cultivated land, but to increase on the productivity at the per unique area basis. So through the use of geospatial information technology, the detailed activity on the plantation operation will be accessible and visible for fast and actionable decision making. So the aim for the digital operating model for oil palm sector is to let the industry become smarter, and your business activity is being operated more and more in real time. So geospatial technology is the common framework for collaborating and problem solving. So the web ecosystem engage and interconnect everyone, from mobile, connecting people to organization, even to stakeholder. So they are supporting new kind of collaboration and problem solving. So geospatial technology has becoming a language for business problem solving. In Esri, our geospatial technology provides you with a framework and a process for creating and applying geographical knowledge in plantation operation, the foundation of your work. It allows you to collect various types of data, ranging from imagery, tabular, unstructured data, your vector data, 3Ds, real-time data from the IoT, big data from the LiDAR sensor, and even to the beam data. So all this is analyzed and is understand it work in a collaborative way, and then put it into action. This is the power of GIS and the power of geography driven to make better decisions. And this is powerful to your organization. It helps you to access network of distributed service and contents, do modeling, and being able to publish and share your work through a combination of different apps. And at the real-time measurement are becoming integrated into your daily work. So let us jump into the Esri geospatial technology that we actually created three precision agriculture solution, or we call it a GEO-PA solution for quick deployment to the company to provide a quick win to your organization. So in the last webinar, we had covered the first area segment solution. So we have, if you missed this session, we have recorded this webinar as well. So please feel free to access it through our Esri Malaysia website for detail. Just a simple recap on what we have presented. The area segment solution is actually showcasing a master record of land bank and planting profile in a common view dashboard, accessible by anyone, anywhere, anytime in your organization. So the area segment solution provides users with the detailed information on the land use changes, planting progress, crop density, planting statistic, and etc., and allow users to bring the map into the field for references and better understanding for routine operation. And today we are covering the second. I will run through the second application of FFB Harvesting Monitoring that we package into the same Geo-precision agriculture solution. And then the last solution of replanting planning, we will cover in the coming webinar series in next month. So the replanting, the FFB Harvesting Monitoring Solution is actually recording a harvesting data directly using the mobile up to the block and plot basis. So this will enable the gap analysis on the production and for your actionable decision making. The solution that we designed is actually focused on the business goal. Predominantly is to increase the efficiency. Second is actually to increase the product quality. And finally is actually to reduce the operation costs. So now let's focus on the plantation core business activity, the harvesting. It's actually the plantation daily bread and butter. So harvesting activity should be reported timely from the field to management unit on the daily basis. The estate management and headquarters need to know precisely where are the harvested area and unharvested area based on the daily harvesting program. This is for subsequent resource planning and optimization. So there are some challenges faced by the plantation operator in traditional bunching reporting using paper form. The manual bunching hard copy input form in most of the time having tendency of inaccuracy and inconsistency. For example, the double claim issues, and cadet and field conductor did not patrol and check to the QC on the ground, and then they get the harvest bunches perhaps from the only through SMS from the downliner. And then the quality of harvested FFB cannot be seen. Perhaps serious black bunches issue is actually not reported. So the FFB bunches declare from the wrong location, and this may lead to inaccuracy on data analysis in future. So our solution to overcome this issue is we actually configure a bunches mobile app. It's actually a configurable form-centric mobile app, replacing the traditional way of bunching input form using hard copy, and leveraging on ArcGIS Survey 123 in creating, capturing, and analyzing FFB harvesting data. So FFB data will be uploaded with GPS location and site photo, even with the harvesting time, recording time to the central system, and from the bunching mobile input form, data will be consolidated to the FFB production dashboard, a dashboard to monitor all the production indicator. The ArcGIS Survey 123 is a simple and intuitive form-centric data gathering solution. Create and share, analyze, survey in just 3 easy steps. So first is to create the powerful survey based on the punchy input form in the hard copy to a robust survey. Both apps publish simple to complex survey into ArcGIS, easy to configure using drag and drop facility, not require a single line of coding and programming skill. So the second is to get the answer from anywhere. It's actually any environment within the minimal training. The user can use the Survey 123 apps and mobile to record the survey answer on the desktop or even mobile device and send the data back to the central system. And then the third step is actually analyze the result to make better decision. So analyze answer in the real time to support decision making. View summary, analyze right in the apps, perform deeper analysis for survey data in the ArcGIS. So the anticipated benefit are data submitted digitally, less paperwork for field supervisor, and they will have more time to be in the field. And data is actually managed in a trustworthy digital system, replace paper-based reporting, ensuring data integrity through the QC from the photo taken in the field, and analyzed to generate insight for competitive advantage. So let me just quickly jump into a demo for harvesting monitoring application. So as a estate manager, FFB harvesting is always the core activity in my heart. From the existing area segment and digital base, I can leveraging from that to add on my harvesting monitoring data. So my dashboard was showing me the daily punchy reported data, FFB harvesting detail with picture taken at the harvesting platform. The data will be captured directly from the field using the easy to configure online form. There is a survey 123 that I mentioned before. The field supervisor can access to this punchy mobile app using the web link or the QR code scan. Data gathered can be stored offline and transmitted to the central system when go online. So for FFB harvesting data, it will be summarized to generate a production indicator, such as the worker productivity, the FFB harvesting tonnage versus daily target, harvesting turnaround rate. So extra information can be added to the dashboard as well. It's the record production map, correlating when you zoom in and zoom out, synchronize to the block and showing production category in different year. I can also add in the 5 years production trend in line graph and total production on the current month versus the last year same period. And then it's to that yield per ha and by block. So all this interconnected information will give me an insight of the harvesting activity in my asset. This is for me to make informed decision and optimizing harvesting for greater profitability. So of course, different data can be actually added to the dashboard according to the user requirement. So it's actually easy to configure and more data can be added to the dashboard for monitoring. So apart from the Survey 123 and dashboard app that I have just shown in the demo, we can actually easily to deploy more ArcGIS app for broader end-to-end solutioning. It can cover from the start on the planning on the harvesting, plan mapping in ArcGIS desktop, and then do an assignment of the field data collection task to the through using the ArcGIS Workforce app to the field supervisor, and the field supervisor can actually report on the work progress in the Workforce app, and then use the field data to collect collection done. For example, using the Survey 123 app, then the data will actually flow into a dashboard for displaying the performance of indicator. And finally, it can actually integrate into the ERP system. For example, here, SAP HANA, for work done payment. Now for the crop irrigation line, we can actually track the tractor using the IoT sensors such as the GPS device and send the vehicle tracking data to a central application for FFB bunching and evacuation route cross data checking. So the collection of FFB, the tractor and all the FFB platform. So this is actually cross-check the two data to avoid overnight crop. And then so this will also give will also let us know where is the harvested area and where is actually unharvested area. We can use the web application to do the route optimization as well for better utilization on the fleet for cost saving. So all this data will actually pump in to the central geo database, and then the data scientists actually can use the business intelligence tools actually to do data mining and to derive further analytics for the production. So part of the analytics you can actually derive here will be what is the harvesting interval by block or plot, whether it's actually 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, or even 40 days. So, and then we would like to know why there is such a long interval, and then it can actually we can actually pull out other data to know the pump profile, the pump age, how high is the pump. So it will actually give you better understanding on your field condition. And then worker productivity by block distribution on the same area, two gang of harvester harvesting, same fertilizer input, why there is a different production. Is the worker skillful enough, or they are actually a part-time harvester, or they have no enough training to be provided. So all this answer, it can actually further be derived from the insight when you do business intelligence. So mechanization, other example will be mechanization and productivity. Well, either the what is the improvement of mechanization to the field, whether how significantly it actually improves the productivity of crop production. So all this we can actually pull different data to analyze it together. So we will know that which harvester is actually earning less than 100 ringgit per day, or which harvester is actually earning less than 1,000 per month. So all these different group of harvester we can actually further categorize and then group them, and then further attention can be actually put to this group of people. Then we actually can find out what is the root cause, and then we can actually develop them so that the mobility of the harvest of the worker is actually it will go down. So eventually, all this data capture will help organization to understand better what is the shortcoming and what is the shortcoming on the production based on the fact and figure, and not by talking only in the meeting. So the management can actually plan ahead what is the mitigation measure for a different key taker. So just to wrap up, the RT system is used to implement a system of record. Particularly in this harvesting monitoring solution, all your field data into a reliable geo database. So RT system is also act as a system of insight for you to do analytic, generated all the insight for business intelligence. And lastly is the system of engagement to open up GIS to much larger audience. And in your organization, for example, you can see the GIS manager, they're managing the mapping part, the subject matter expert, like the operation, regional and operation manager, plantation advisor, agronomist, they can put in their input, they can access the data, and contributing to the workable solution. And then the user part, like estate manager, HR and innovation manager, HR manager, modernization manager, and even to the IT professional, the data scientist, IT manager. So everyone is actually playing their role accessing through the central system. And the three these three cornerstones are the fundamental design of the RG system, leveraging the power of location and bringing all this together. So in typical IT architecture, all these are separated system by design. But in ArcGIS, this is one system, and this will give us a huge synergy, and we are actually continue advancing on this. And the ArcGIS technology can be unlocked using the different apps to more solution for your plantation operation needs. It can be ranging for sustainability, for the water management, soil and foliar sampling, fleet management, supply chain, health and safety, pest and disease monitoring, and even more. So before I end my presentation, let me just show the solution mix of these presented Geo-precision agriculture packages. So the harvesting monitoring solution, for the land use mapping, I'm actually using the ArcGIS Pro. For the FFB production dashboard, we are leveraging on the ArcGIS dashboard. And the Bunchit mobile app, we are using the phone-centric mobile app that share finding using the Survey 123. And also, please feel free to access to our online resources at Esri Malaysia webpage for references, and even contact us to get further info on this Geo-precision agriculture solution. With this, I end my presentation and hand over back the floor to Amir for Q&A. Thank you, Amir.
Right, thank you, Luke. That was an interesting presentation on the harvesting monitoring solution. So I believe we still have some time. So we've had a couple of questions come through, and if you have been focusing on Luke's presentation and haven't had the chance to, I mean, we can still take some questions. So please do so. And just to kick off, we have a question here who is asking you, can we use the harvesting monitoring solution for livestock farming and fishery?
Yeah, thank you, Amir, for that. So to refresh the question, is whether this solution can be used in other industry like livestock farming and fishery. So of course, the answer is yes. So the survey phone-centric survey, we can actually configure to capture multiple type of data. So we can actually configure based on the industrial needs, like livestock, what kind of production on the livestock you are actually looking at. So each of the different field that the data you need to collect, all this can be actually configured through the survey form, and then this will flow back to the central dashboard system to display the indicator. So this same apply to the fishery. So you can actually using the same facility to configure what is actually related to the fishery on the harvesting on your production. So then it's actually flow back to the central database to show you the indicator for inform result. So all this essentially can be done using the same platform and solution. Hand over back to you, Amir.
Right, great. So let's go to the next question that we have here. Do we need to purchase any additional ArcGIS license for using the harvesting monitoring solution? Over to you, Luke.
Yep. Thanks again for the question. So actually, under this package, we are actually under the different facility with online cloud storage and the different license that require under the harvesting monitoring solution, and even the desktop licenses is all within packages. So once you subscribe the solution, you will have all the required licenses, and together with this, we actually will also provide the training for you, and the training will include to build out your capacity, how to handle the system, and also to configure the things so that you can actually make changes in future for your upcoming requirement. So all this is actually configurable the system that deliver to you is actually flexible, so you can still actually can do more customization, do more configuration for your future needs. So that will be the feedback. Back to you, Amin.
All right, thank you, Luke. So I guess maybe you guys can actually contact us to get further details on that. Let's take a look at the next question here. Can the solution be deployed in an existing on-premise ArcGIS enterprise platform? Luke?
Yeah, thanks for the question again. Yes, if you are actually using the enterprise system, we can also these packages can also be deployed into the ArcGIS enterprise platform. We can actually further discuss with you on this. If you please drop us an email and even contact us, we can actually further share with you how this system can be actually deployed in your enterprise system. Back to you, Amin.
All right. Okay, so let's go to another one over here. Okay, this is an interesting question. Does the Bunchit app work without internet in the field? So I guess that's kind of important for connectivity. Over to you, Luke.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Thank you for this great question. So the Bunchit app can, as mentioned in the slide, it actually can work offline. So you inside the field, it will work offline. Then you collect all your information. When the connectivity is actually available, so it can actually submit the survey online. So the answer for this is yes. So we can actually work offline to collect data and submit when there is online. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question is closely related to that one, but I believe this one is asking more on does this app require internet signal during the date during in field for data transferring, especially for accessing the report dashboard? So I guess does internet required for report dashboard?
For the report dashboard, normally we will be at the plantation office that require an internet connection. But for the field data collection, you can actually work offline. So that will be my feedback. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So I think that's all the time we have today. And if we have not answered your questions, we will surely reach out to you with a response. Okay, so let's move next. Just a little bit about what's coming up next on our webinar series. So on the 19th of November, we have the next webinar, which is on the ArcGIS apps for the field, plus the inspection workflow. Okay, this will be looking at how we can create a seamless workflow, and something special, which is a spike laser measurement device, will be introduced on this one. So please do attend this one. And on the 25th of November, it will be the wrap up to the Geo-precision agriculture webinar. Will be the part 3, which is the replanting planning solution. So do keep a lookout for this space, esrimalaysia.com.my/webinars, for any upcoming events and webinars. So really love your feedback, and please take the time to fill out the brief survey that you will see pop out at the end of the session. Further feedback or questions can be also sent directly to events@esrimalaysia.com.my. And finally, if you would like to rewatch this webinar or share with your colleagues, the recording will be available shortly on Esri Malaysia's events page. Once again, I want to thank you, Luke, and thanks everyone for joining us, and we will see you for the next Directions Live online webinar series. Goodbye.